What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Random Rosters, episode number 90. This is the halfway point of the 2001-2002 season inside of ESPN NFL Primetime here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex, where every Tuesday we watch 4 computer-controlled football games inside of this video game. We randomize the rosters with a fantasy draft at the start of this, and we just kind of see what happens. It's a blast. I have enough fun with it that I've made 90 episodes now, or 89 episodes is episode number 90. Either way, it's been a blast, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. Thanks so much for hanging out. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. This goes up on Tuesdays. If you want, on the front page, there are 5 playlists, and they have all of the videos from past seasons in them. So if you like this and you want to watch, let's see, 80 times 3, 240 hours of content, roughly. Some of them are longer. You have that option as well. Today, like I said, we watch 4 games in here, so we have 4 games that we're going to be watching. I will forewarn you, we're watching a lot of the AFC Central. That division, for whatever reason, is always chaotic. It's extra chaotic because there are 6 teams in the division in the 01-02 season before the Texans entered and reformatted everything. But the AFC Central / AFC North, it's always competitive. It's always really bunched up, and we're right in the thick of that kind of nice area where some teams have opportunities to separate themselves and some teams have some opportunities to do some damage and keep things close. The second part of that is the first game that we're going to be looking at here, which is the Bills and the Patriots. The Bills need to win this game to keep this AFC East within reach for themselves. Otherwise, they're more than likely going to be fighting for a wild card spot, and I don't know that that is their best option. If we take a quick look here, we're going to go over to the AFC East. They're 4-4. The Dolphins are 4-4. The Jets are 4-5. But if we look at this competitive AFC Central, you have 2 4-win teams right there. You have a Broncos team at 4-4 and a very good-looking AFC West, which has the Raiders, Seahawks, and Chiefs, all with 5 wins. And if you take that tie, you either have a 5-3 Seahawks team with a 5-4 Broncos team, or you have another 6-win team in the AFC West. So the Bills need this game, maybe more than I really realized. Then we're going to head on down to Jacksonville, check out the Bengals taking on the Jaguars. The Bengals lead the AFC Centrals. We'll take a look at here. They're 5-3. The Jaguars sitting at 4-4. They can put themselves at in a tie for like second place in the upper echelons of the very crowded AFC Central, which has 4 teams with 4 wins or more. And they can affect and make the 4th game that we'll be taking a look at today, the Ravens and the Titans, even more interesting, where the Titans can match with 5 wins as well. So you could have a Bengals team at 5-4, a Ravens team at 5-5, with the Titans and Jaguars at 5-4, or maybe we see the Bengals and Ravens each pick up win number 6. That's going to be really interesting. Speaking of that very crowded AFC West, we're going to take a look at our 3rd game, which is the Raiders and the Seahawks. There's a battle for first place in the AFC West. That's a good thing. I mean, you're really looking at a 6-6 tie between the Broncos and the Seahawks. Otherwise, it's an outright lead. I think the Seahawks would lead with a tiebreaker and like half a game because of the tie or something like that. It's very weird. I'm curious to see how the tie breaks down later on in the season, but we'll have to wait a while for that. So let's get started by making sure that we watch the game and we don't skip anything today, because we do actually have 4 good matchups. It's weird because it's the first 3 games listed, and then if you look all the way down here, it's the last 2 games listed. So I was getting really worried about where this was going. So let's watch the Bills taking on the Patriots here in game number 1. Thanks so much for hanging out for you. Sit back, relax. We've got about 3 hours of content for you coming your way late here on a Monday night. It's been an interesting week, an interesting weekend here, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on we have those, some topics of discussion that we could take a look at should a game get a little out of hand. But we'll save those. Football is back. Hopefully you enjoyed the games you watched. It was the opening week of the NFL, which was surprisingly like college football-y in its mehness. Like a lot of blowouts, not a lot of close games. Some good finishes here and there, but felt like it was just a lot of... Okay, cool. I mean, the Thursday game was really good.
Currently ranked 12th in the NFL passing the football, while their running game ranks 29th overall.
Thanks, Tom.
We're getting Baja blasted up here at 9:35 p.m. on a Monday.
Patriots line up for the kickoff.
That's so bad. Jake Arians going to get us underway here. As we move through the rest of the season and we take a look, we're going to fall off some teams that we have not seen in a while. They're probably not going to be shown. Specifically like Indianapolis, you probably won't see much in the way of Detroit or Carolina. And you might see a lot of repeat teams as we oh my goodness, first pass is intercepted. Wow. That is the first interception of the day. That was the first opportunity for an interception. So just as a heads up, you might see a lot of the same teams, and you kind of double down on that because these games run pretty quickly. So the 4-game format can be a little generous with how often we see some teams. So 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play coming off the interception. Patriots lead the AFC East. Bills could use a win to keep it close, but an interception on their first play is not going to help. Pass to the right side, gain of about 4 to Kenyon Rambo. And it'll be, actually they'll give him 6 yards on it. We'll see what the Bills want to do here. With a 3rd down and 4. Takes the snap from the shotgun, throw out to the flat. The defense took a poor angle, and he's able to sneak up the sideline. Tiptoe along it. Pick up the 1st down and a few extra yards. It should be 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll give it to him at the 36-yard line. It's a good conversion for the New England Patriots, making sure that they don't go 3 and out after a really nice interception. Doug Flutie throws it left and overthrows everybody. Passing game not great in this one. It looks cool when it works, but more often than not, it feels like we're looking at a lot of plays like that where it's just over everybody and no one has a chance.
Weak eye, receiver in the slot for the O.
Flutie again drops back, deep drop, throws over the middle, finds a receiver. That'll be a 1st and 10 just outside the 20 at the 22-yard line. And that looked like that was a nice in-rhythm throw there. 2 backs in the backfield, receiver split to the top side of your screen. Pitch to the right side, wiggles around. This game doesn't have a great directional control. And I would argue neither do the 2K games.
2nd and 11. The D shows a 4-3.
2 receivers split top side of your screen this time. They're going with a play action pass. He throws it out to the outside. It's going to be a caught ball. It's a catch right there on the sideline. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
To make the play.
I did not think he caught that ball. Flutie into the end zone, overthrows everybody. It seems like the crossing routes or the routes that are like ins or outs, not posts or anything like that. There's a throw out to the flat there to number 33. And even though this drive started right around the 50-yard line, they are taking up a decent amount of time here. It's a 3rd down and goal from the 2. Flutie drops, throws, finds a receiver, but he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. You could see he had the ball in his left hand, but he needed to have it in his right. And I love this call right here. You are inches away from the goal line. 4th and goal. Go for it, baby. Run off the left side and in clean. So front flip for style, and the New England Patriots take a 6-0 lead, really well blocked up front. No Bill really posed a threat to him getting into the end zone. So 6-0 here with 2:16 to go in the first quarter. And that's what you're looking for as far as those drives are concerned. Just doing a nice job driving it down the field with consistency, keeping the clock moving. Because we have had some games that go a little long. Indianapolis, who just don't have the correct quarterback for the system that they run. Kenyatta Wright, second tackle of the game. So 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Second drive of the game.
Here's the run.
A run off the left side. That sounds about right. If your first pass is intercepted, you don't want to give it to the back. Let him get some yards. If you'd like more football action that isn't randomized rosters, I've been playing Madden NFL 24, that's right. I played it for free. I played the 10-hour trial, then I played the free weekend that they had for NFL's opening weekend. So if you'd like to check out that, there's 5 parts, like 6 total videos, something like that.
Down and 8 for the first. The Bills send a man in motion.
So 3rd down and 8. And obviously we have baseball at nights. If you're new here, playing through an entire Seattle Mariners season inside of MLB The Show 23. It's been a very sports-heavy content set lately. All right, so Buffalo throws an interception on their first play and goes 3 and out on their second drive. Not a good start. This is where it feels like New England can really take control, not only just of this game with this drive right here, but they can really take control of this division. The Rams have complete control of the NFC West, barring some disaster. That division honestly feels wrapped up. Ball pops out as he got hit. Sean Harris with his first pass. Defense spells his name correctly. Good for him. Second and 10, running off the right side. I think that's what the New England Patriots did last time. They had that, it was an incomplete pass to a run for about 5 or 6. When they were able to convert on 3rd down. Can they do that a second time? Flutie throws left side. He finds a receiver. Caught at the line to gain. They should give him the first down. Typically, whoever you see them highlighting, that tells you who won that down, and the Patriots won that down. So 1st and 10 right at midfield. Oh, we got hit, and it's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. Number 47 picked it up, even though there was a Buffalo Bill standing right there. Huge missed opportunity, but still a nice play to get a 6-yard loss and set up a 2nd down and 16. Deep drop for Flutie, finds a receiver who gets hit and had it in his hand, but Harris came through with a nicely timed collision to break it up. 3rd down and 16.
Pass play.
Flutie, float pass over the middle into 5 defenders? Just a quick count there. I believe 5 defenders. And that will force a Patriots punt. So they give up the 1 first down. They can't get the fumble to really change the complexion of this game, but still a 6-yard loss. They're able to hold this New England Patriots offense to nothing. Sorry, work schedule's a little different this week, so everything's all thrown off. Under 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Brunell throws over the middle, misses everybody, even though there were somehow 2 defenders in the area.
The D shows a 4-3.
Oh, a draw play. Oh, we had it. Oh, it looked like it was a nice hole up the middle, but the hitboxes are so wide in this game that he just couldn't get around his own offensive lineman. Instead, what feels like should have been a 6 or 7 yard gain, it's just a 1 yard gain and a 3rd down and 9.
Brunell dropped back, caught with 2 defenders on him. A 13-yard pass to Clark.
Boomer, the receiver just wanted the ball more than everyone else.
All right, that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. All Patriots in that one, 7-0 with an excellent drive
at the 35-yard line
to start the game.
Our formation in the backfield. Brunell looking to throw.
Throws to the flat. Brunell finds a receiver, gets a solid gain there. Jim Finn through their highlight in here.
That's his first pass reception today. The Bills send a man in motion.
Right. So 2nd down and 6 following the 4-yard gain. Oh, a nice run off the right side. Big gain into Patriots territory and does a terrific job stumbling and bumbling forward for an extra 4 yards, 5 yards. And it's 1st and 10.
What they had there was an impressive
First play inside New England territory.
Their toughest players got down in there and got nasty.
Brunell.
Throws right side, leaping or reaching receiver there. Coles, Lavernius Coles, picks up 6.
Coles can flat out fly.
Brunell drops and throws to the outside. He threw a pass on a similar pattern to that on the very first play, and that got picked off. That time he finds a receiver who's in better position to set up 1st and 10 inside the 30. Mark it at the 28. 3 receivers to the top side of your screen. Single back set. They're going to go right side with Anderson. Nothing doing there. Very poor blocking on the edge. That'll set up 2nd down and 13 or so. Ooh, 2nd down and 15. That was a much more disastrous play than I realized.
The D shows a 4-3. Here's the pitch out.
Brunell with a pitch. They're going left side this time. Not as bad, but not all that good. It's a gain of 2. Technically a net gain of 7. Or 7-yard difference. I don't know where I'm going with that. Brunell drops and throws left side. Deep pass. In and out of the hands of the receiver, and that should force a field goal try here. And that is what we will see. Cortez, a rookie from Oregon State. 5'11". Gets his leg into it, and that one was no good. No good. No good, no chance. Wow. Patriots take over at the 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 with 2:46 to go in the second quarter. Thought he found a receiver. Leaping attempt at a grab.
Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense liked to pass to the right.
No such luck. 2nd down and 10.
Flutie dropped back. Incomplete pass.
Oh, wow. Pass interference penalty. Thankfully, we don't see that a lot. It seems like almost every play has pass interference for whatever reason. But it's a thankfully rare penalty.
Not to give the ref the opportunity to call pass interference.
Our favorite camera.
1st and 10.
Favorite angle. Just a coach just screaming at somebody. All right. 1st down and 10 right at midfield. Okay. Just kidding. 1st and 15 from the New England side of the field.
5-yard penalty. 1st down. It sounded like the defense may have enticed the lineman into the false start with false cadence.
1st and 15 at the 45-yard line.
Flag 81. Flag 81. Set.
Flutie.
There's a short pass. Little screen play. It's a gain of 4. Kenyon Rambo.
Reception by number 83. That's his 3rd catch.
That at least gets that clock moving a little bit. Gets him They're still behind the chains, but maybe gets them into a bit of a rhythm here as they try to enter Buffalo territory yet again. Throw out to the flat, and that's just off the hands. That's got to be a completed pass.
Where was his concentration?
Third down and 11. Flutie. Oh my good. How did he find that receiver? I can't believe that was a catch. I thought that was going to be deflected or a pick, but not a reception. 2 seconds to get a snap off. I don't think they're going to. No, we hit the 2-minute warning with New England up 7-0. From the 34-yard line. Flutie takes the snap, throws quick pass out to a receiver, and the Bills defense read that terrifically, and the New England offense did not execute that very well to even give themselves an opportunity to get anything. It looked like the block was just slow and late. It's a big run off the right side. It looked like he was maybe even trying to get to the sideline there. Instead, it's just a solid gain of 7, 6 or 7. From the 29, Flutie throws right side, finds a receiver. He's going to be a yard short.
You know, Chris, as the game moves along, I think each team...
Buffalo has come up really big on third downs. They faltered on the fourth down, but third downs have been good for them so far. The kick is up, and the kick this time right down the middle. 10-0 New England. 1:04 to go here in quarter number 2 in this AFC East battle. Two yards deep in the end zone. He'll take it out. He'll get to the 20 where he will get absolutely leveled by number 57. That'll be a first down and 10.
10 at the 20-yard line.
I formation. Pitch left side, and that is just nowhere. That's a good timeout by New England. A 7-yard loss back to the 14-yard line. Excellent timeout immediately, and then a false start. Oh my goodness.
5-yard penalty, second down. False starts are mental mistakes that just drive coaches nuts.
Second down and 22 to go.
So, it went from 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line to what, 2nd and 20? Third and 22 with a 14. An incomplete pass. I think at that point, if you're Buffalo, you need to just run it and force New England to use their timeouts. Oh, big bomb down the left side. Incomplete. They saved New England 2 timeouts with those play calls. 2 timeouts with 53 seconds to go. Now, the game does tend to use them on the offensive side fairly quickly, so it might not be that big of a deal. Right at midfield, a nice run back up the middle. It's about your average run back in this game. This game is just not designed well enough. A second iteration probably would have cleaned a lot of this up, but it did not get a second iteration. This was back when there were 4, 5, maybe even 6 games licensed. Oh my goodness, Flutie repaying. It's the season of giving, apparently.
How he got up from that hit, I'll never know.
Oh my goodness. And the Bills knew what they were doing.
Brunell, quick drop.
A lot of licensed football games around this time, so if a game did not stand out, it was probably going to get buried pretty easily. Of course, there were times by the time even the 2005 season had 2K5, NFL Game Day 2005, even though that was kind of a weird one on the PS1. Madden NFL 2005. There were at least a couple still hanging on by the end of it before EA got the exclusivity rights. So it's 1st and 10. This Bills offense looking a little bit better, but still just not polishing off these drives. That missed field goal There's a long throw, incomplete. They're going to call a pass interference on the New England Patriots, which are on that side of the field.
On number 23, defense.
So one pass interference on each side.
10 at the 18-yard
That's
line.
Was that a 32-yard penalty? Brunel throws into the end zone. Well overthrown. Stopped that route short and the ball just sailed over everybody. Brunel drops back, throws toward the flat. That is a pretty dangerous throw. And very quickly sets up a 3rd down and 10. You'll probably have a shot at the end zone here if you really want it. But you can pick up the 1st down, still burn a timeout. Into the end zone, deflected nicely by the New England Patriots defender. That'll set up another 4th down. Never mind. I don't know why I thought they were going for it. Sorry, camera angle threw me off. Cortez missed his first attempt. We'll see if he can come through with number 2 here. Oof. It's good, but it did not look good for a little bit there. 10-3 with 6 seconds to go. A couple of big pass interference penalties on each defense. A couple of interceptions for each defense. Or between each defense. Combined, whatever. Run all the way up to the 20 with 3 seconds to go, and that should do it for the half. New England's getting the ball first.
Quarterback will take a knee.
Oh, they're going to take a timeout. Okay. Why? Why are you doing this, Buffalo? I think they tried again. I think they tried to take another timeout. There's a look at your halftime stats. Most everything through the air so far in this one as we get ready for half number 2. 1 kickoff for Cortez. No touchbacks because this game does not understand the concept.
You know, Chris, let's look and see if the coach has made any
from the 1 up to the 20 where he gets drilled by number 52 on that right side or far side of the field. Hodge with his 2nd tackle of the day. 1st and 10, short of the 20 at the 19.
Here's the run. Stop by Harris.
Run off the, looks like the right side.
Second and 6 at the 23-yard line. I formation, receiver in the slot.
Second down, I formation look like. Throw out to the flat, to the left. Oh, that's a really nice turn upfield to make the angle that the Bills defender took look really bad. It's a large chunk, and they will get it up to the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10. Going with a draw play. Had bounced off his offensive lineman, and by the time he tried to shoot the gap just to his left, Leon Lett was in the way. Gets his first tackle of the afternoon.
2nd and 10.
Flutie drops, throws, finds a receiver leaping, and then got pushed forward and spun down after a solid gain to set up 1st and 10 for New England yet again inside Bills territory.
10 at the 44-yard line. 4 down linemen on D.
28. 28.
Going the right side, finds some room, and he'll get thrown down after a gain of 8.
7-yard run by Wheatley.
Actually, they'll call it a 7-yard gain. My bad.
At the 37-yard line. The Patriots send a man in motion. The pitch out.
Pitch right side. Wheatley's going to find some room. I thought he had it. He needed to turn upfield, keep going north.
3rd and inches at
It's a big tackle by Buffalo. And Buffalo's been pretty good on 3rd downs when they need to have it. You can give up some 3rd downs probably between the 20s. They don't give it up that time. It's hard to give up. Hard to not give up a 3rd down and short when it's just inches that they need.
Gives the ball
Going with
to
another run left side, drug down from behind inside the 30, down to the 28.
Second and 5 at the 28-yard line. 3 receivers set for the Patriots. Flutie, quick drop.
New England doing a really nice job. Keep holding on to these balls.
First and 10 at the
Keeping the
21-yard
chains
line.
moving, keeping the completions flowing. And as they keep winding that clock down, it's going to make it harder and harder for the Buffalo Bills to be able to execute a comeback, because this game just does not have any sort of hurry-up offense. And for as good as the clock management can be at times, it can also be very, very sloppy. So, second down and 10. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. They're going with a run. That'll be the left side. Tackled from behind yet again.
17-yard line.
And it is third down and 6.
17-yard line.
Flutie drops, throws. It was a loss of 3. And because he was not going north or south when he went out of bounds, that will mean that the clock keeps running. That's good news for the Patriots. They don't really use it to their advantage, but the kick is up, and it just sneaks inside that left upright. 1:08 to go, and New England back with their 10-point lead. Fourth kickoff, excuse me, for Arians. More to the right side, 4 yards deep or so. He'll take it up to the 10, and that's why you don't want to see it, because he could not even break the 15, and that's terrible field position for Buffalo when they really need good field position, or at least what should be typical starting field position about 6 yards in front of him. Brunell throwing to the right side, finds a Patriots defender, batting it away. Corey Hall with his first pass defense. If New England gets this ball back, they might start working and milking that clock, so this game could be over shortly. Second and 10. Drops and throws over the middle. Nice one-handed grab up near the 30. Number 85 coming up with a first down for the Bills. Keep this drive alive. Keep these hopes that they can make a comeback. A nice spin move, turn up field. And it's again where it's just they're running super far out and then just turning so sharply upfield that the defender's angle is just so bad. But the linebacker came up and laid down a big hit. Brunell throws left side off the hands of the receiver, third and short. I do like the deep pass there. I like the shot. Just take it, see if you can come up with something. And that time they come up with a quarterback keeper. Brunell 5 yards on the one carry. First and 10 at the 45.
At the 45-yard line. 8 men up front for the D. A perfect spiral.
Drops and throws into a bunch of coverage and finds a receiver. Greg Clark's is a fifth-year pro out of Stanford. And the Bills, they're driving as we end quarter number 3. It's 13-3, but don't count these Buffalo Bills out just yet. This is the drive that they need. Holding New England to that field goal is excellent, even though they wound a lot of that clock down. Having it be a two-score game that's a touchdown and a field goal is big help. Throwing to the left side, finds a receiver yet again with coverage that looked like it was draped all over him. He'll get taken down from behind inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. First down and 10. Buffalo can't have a turnover here. They can stall out in this drive. You probably don't really want to, but and its field goal attempt is not the worst situation right here. It looked like he lost about half a yard, but give him a full yard loss. That's a nice find on the left side of Joey Galloway. Seattle Seahawks. Brunell drops back. They're going to go with a run or a draw, excuse me, off the left side. Anderson picks up 3, and they'll go second and 7. Brunell fires and finds a receiver, but hit and dropped. Jeremiah Trotter, second pass defense of the day, 3rd and 7. Clock stopped at 3:54 to go. I think at this point, a touchdown is what you really want. I don't think you want to settle for a field goal this close. That probably should have been picked. That felt like a real big opportunity for, or a real good opportunity for a real big interception. Cortez comes out. Field goal is up. And the kick is good. So even if he had made that other field goal, it's still 13-9, which means they would still need a touchdown. Now a touchdown just ties instead of taking the lead. Buffalo's defense, can they answer? 2 yards in front of the goal line. He'll get up to the 20 or the 21 before he is blasted by a Buffalo kick coverage man. First down and 10. 3:45 to go. And a good game to start today.
It's a run.
Go and run. Kind of right side toward the middle. Stayed up for quite a while, then got knocked forward. Gain of 2 on the play. Maybe we'll start milking the clock here a little bit. Oof, I gotta.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
I'll be right back. You keep watching.
Here's the pitch out. Forced back at the line.
He meets it right in the hole. This is set up by the rest of his team maintaining their lanes and allowing him to do his job.
Third down and 8 for the first. The quarterback sneak. Tackled by Scroggins. They'll kick it away. Here's the punter. Stopped by Williams. The pitch out. Throwing right. Pass deflected. Incomplete. That's his second pass defended of the game.
Buchanan continues to be one of the best cover men in the NFL.
Oops, wrong camera. That's again the wrong camera. They went for the big play, but they couldn't get it. 2nd down and 10. Buffalo did what they needed to do. Now they're going with that rollout Hail Mary, but you can't take a sack right there. Oh, that's not what you're looking for.
Third down and 23 for the first. The Bills.
It's a pretty disastrous series of events for the Buffalo Bills.
Brunell looks downfield.
And now they're going to throw it for a 4-yard loss?
Down by Buchanan.
What?
That's his 5th tackle today.
4th and 26?
Brunell dropped back.
Brunell over the middle.
Incompletion. And
That'll seal it up. Very anticlimactic end there.
Coach for going for it. They simply needed to execute
Wow.
better.
I mean,
Wheatley with the ball.
wow, Wheatley with a really nice run. He'll take it in for
A 23-yard run for the touchdown.
he'll take it in for a rude boy score right there.
All you're asking for from the offensive line is a little daylight.
I love Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast so much. Stopped at Taco Bell today just to get Baja Blast. That was it. That was the only reason.
It's good. That'll be 2 extra points today. number 53. A first down with less than a minute to go. They bring in the nickel package. Brunell looks downfield. Incomplete pass. Let's go inside.
Of course, that's the time he pushes it deep downfield.
The offense have been simply getting the ball.
Unfortunately, the Mariners lost in 11 innings to the Angels by 3. Oof. Even in a game where J-Rod has a 30-30 season, they're on with that running back pass again. What a disaster. Oh, wow. Tying home run in the 10th. That's pretty exciting.
Brunell looks downfield. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his third pass defended.
So wait, hold on. What's the...
Could have been picked off, Tommy. The offense just got away with one right there.
You're right, Chris. They need to be smart with the football to have a chance to get the win.
Brunell looking to throw.
It's a good opportunity to, as Greg
is awarded player of the game.
Bikert?
When you're awarded as being
Beekert?
the best of the best, that's
The opportunity. This is a game. It's not like gotten out of hand or anything. It was pretty close, but then Buffalo had just the worst, most disastrous.
Bills. They have 2 remaining.
The worst and most disastrous drive you could have at the worst possible time. The Aaron Rodgers era off in New York may have ended just as quickly as it started because it does not look good. MRI is probably going to confirm what we think. It's not good.
Timeout. Bills.
Robert, how do you pronounce his last name? Saleh? S-A-L-E-H? Saleh?
Going
I'm
left.
putting up 2...
It's good by at least
New
5
England
yards.
scored 10,
That's his third
like,
field
just
goal in this
screw
game.
it points. All right. Rodgers was helped off the field after taking a sack on the first drive. Time in the medical spent time in the medical tent before leaving the field
First
on a
and
cart.
10 at the 17-yard
The x-rays were
line.
negative. Zach Wilson came in under center to replace Rodgers, who attempted one pass and played 4 snaps before exiting.
Handoff. No, it's a pass.
Yikes.
The defender
That
gets a
is
handoff. Incomplete.
awful.
I think they were
Awful.
successful
I
with
feel
that
bad
play
for him.
earlier in the game, but
It's
that
not what you want,
seemed
and I'm
to
sure
have
that the
dried up.
NFL is not thrilled because they gave the Jets 5 primetime games this season, and now people get to watch Zach Wilson play quarterback for the New York Jets, but somehow,
Third down and 12 for the
they
first.
won the game today over the Buffalo Bills. 22-16 in overtime
The quarterback looks to pass.
on, of all things, a punt
Stopped
return
by
touchdown.
Buchanan. An
65-yard
8-yard pass by Brunell.
Touchdown pass. Of course, if you are Josh Allen and you're throwing 3 interceptions in a game, that's really not helping.
Tom Jackson, the entire crew.
I don't know. Seems like it's
Probably
probably. I don't know. I was informed of this while I was at the store today. I got a text about like, "Hey, you watching the game?" And I was like, "Ah, no, I'm at Fred Meyer. I had to do grocery shopping." We are heading to Jacksonville now, and so I got a text about it, and I thought she was messing with me. She's like, "Hey, Aaron Rodgers got hurt," and I'm like, "All right, that's very funny, good one." And so, because I texted her back, and it's like, "Oh, did he trip over the American flag that he ran out on the field with?" Like, oh, like, well, lol. And then I got on the internet, on like Twitter and the Score app, and it was like, nope, he genuinely left with an injury. And it's just, I mean, I'm poor.
What are we looking for in today's game, Tommy?
Poor sad Jets fans.
Jaguars find themselves in 3rd place in the AFC Central.
Just another one of those, just endure the suffering, you know?
Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals come into this game leading the AFC
So
Central.
here we
Defensively,
go.
they're currently ranked
Bengals, they're in
16th
first place in the
NFL at
AFC
stopping the
Central,
run,
5-3.
27th
Jacksonville Jaguars are
when it comes to
4-4.
defending the
Depending
pass.
on how this game
Tom.
plays out,
Early
we
in the
could
week,
see
they were
an
forecasting
even more
precipitation
cluttered
for today, but
AFC
I'm
Central
glad
by
it
the
held
end
up.
of the day. But we'll see what we get in this one today. Bengals have been in the lead of the AFC
Bengals
Central for a
are set
while,
to kick it off.
and it's a little surprising because Peyton Manning's the coach. Peyton Manning's the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that is just that's just wild to me. So, yeah, that AFC East that people I think were thinking was going to be super competitive. I would not be surprised to see the Jets kind of fall off. I anticipate that the Buffalo Bills would bounce back.
He gives the ball to Martin. A 3-yard run by Martin.
And I think if Aaron Rodgers is truly done for the season, I think it'll come down to
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
the Bills and the Dolphins. I don't know that the Patriots might give it a run, but I don't know that they have the quarterback to do it. They did take the defending NFC champs
By Martin.
down to the wire, so
15-yard pass to Martin.
that's a positive.
That's his first pass
It's a nice
reception
completion there
Curtis
for
Martin
Jacksonville to
keeps
start
his
off
balance
this
and
game.
runs
First
low
down
to the
and
ground.
10. Speaking
So
of
he's ready
teams
to
that
make a cut
disappointed this
anytime.
weekend, the Cincinnati Bengals looked utterly lifeless in a blowout loss to Cleveland. That game was awful,
Quick drop.
and I just wish that they had changed it
At the
so much
45-yard
sooner.
line.
Bengals game was one of
A 4-yard
several that
reception by
were
Pickett.
just out of hand. Out of hand, and it never felt like, even though the score wasn't terribly lopsided, it just, the way they were playing
Brought
was
down
so
by a
bad.
shoestring tackle. First
Curtis
and
Martin, Peyton Manning, and this
Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars offense off to a terrific start here. Minute and a half into this one, first down and 10 inside Bengals territory at the 48-yard line. Or 47-yard line, excuse me. Miscounted the dashes there.
pass play.
Going past left side in double coverage and finds receiver at the 35.
12-yard pass by Manning.
Joe Horn gives the
Joe
defense
Horn,
someone
first
who
reception of the
must
day,
be
goes for
aware of at all
12
times because he
and a
has
first
many
down.
ways
Obviously, the
to
biggest
be
news for
first.
me this weekend, Green Bay won, and they beat the Chicago Bears, who were in the media talking a lot of smack for a team that's lost now 9 straight games to Green
Runs
Bay.
out of bounds.
But a couple of guys out there on the Chicago defensive side of the ball. I hate Green Bay. I can't wait to play Green Bay. We're going to kick their butts, blah, blah,
Second
blah.
down
And then
4 to
they
go.
lost by 18. So, pretty great. I mean, Green Bay can go 2-15 as long as those 2 victories are against Chicago, whatever.
Chris, this guy is
That's an
throwing
A+
the
season
ball
right
I've
there.
seen him throw in a long time. The thing that impressed me on that play is that he seems relaxed.
The photo looked like it maybe caught him a little bit by surprise. Like, oh,
Go back to the strong
he was
side.
waiting for a 3, but they took the photo on 2.
Ring 28.
Nice reception to set up first down and 10 inside of the Bengals' 20-yard line. Run left side. That man seemed to come just out of nowhere. It looked so clear, and then it just wasn't.
Second down and 8 to go.
2-yard gain sets up second and 8 inside the 15-yard line.
Black 28.
Here's the run.
So we'll go with a run. Or they'll go with a run, I should say. That's going to be off
Passes the
the...
marker.
How was he short? I thought the ball broke the plane there, but
Curtis Martin is a back that you can
wow,
count on
that's a
to get
really
you
nice run by
100
Curtis
yards
Martin. It's off the
and
right
control
side.
the pace of the game.
Angle is like, normally I just have to turn my head 90 degrees to like figure it out. This one's like 180. I guess it's probably why they use near and far side. Manning throws to 4-yard pass backwards, but it goes for the 1 yard that's needed for the touchdown, and the 3.5-minute drive comes up with
What a play.
6.
That's a touchdown
Wow.
right in the defense's face.
That's all the way back at the 10. That line of scrimmage was at like the 2. That pass was so far back. As Alindo Mare comes out, 5th year out of Syracuse. A couple of kickers from Syracuse. I want to say... is it Gary Anderson, or was he Michigan State? The Bengals will return it.
Blown down
And
by
before their offense even touches the field, they find themselves down by 7. Not a
First
bad
and
return
10.
up to the
Four
21.
down lineman on D.
We'll see what Cincinnati can answer with here on their first drive of the game. First and 10.
Gonna run it.
Going with a handoff, right side. They'll find about 5 there. Oh, that's right. They have the very difficult to pronounce last name running back. That's right. I usually have to hear Chris Berman say it, and then it's gone anyway. So
Pitch to the back.
they'll go pitch right side. Oh, man, absolute ankle breaker right there.
By Allstott.
Allstott finding some nice room off the right side. They're going to set up third down and short.
1 at the 30-yard line.
I don't know why, but this feels like a big drive. This feels like an important third down to get. I don't think you can give... Oh, they're going to go with a run with Greasy off the left side. I just don't think you can have a 3-and-out and give a team that drove down the field that methodically the ball back that quickly. It's just not... That's not a good idea. This is what we call bad planning. So first down and 10, under 30 seconds to go. Pitch to the left side does nothing. The Bengals have not put the ball in the air yet. And their fourth run of the game goes for a big loss. Could be a 9-yard loss.
19.
Almost all the way back to their original line of scrimmage, which, if you remember, was at the 21-yard line.
Here's the
One more
handoff.
play here before we get to the end of the first quarter. It's a run off the right side. Picks up 4, and it'll be Bayakbatuka, that's right. 7-0, a methodical drive by the Jacksonville Jaguars puts them up 7. The Cincinnati Bengals are looking bad here. Third and 15 to start quarter number 2.
Send a man in motion.
Greasy throws left side, finds a receiver, but he got caught up on that blasted, dastardly
On a play in the coverage, the receiver has
hitbox.
to want it more than the defense. And he has to prove
And instead of the hitbox acting as like an obstacle that has some sort of like tripping sort of thing, it just stands them straight up and they can't move forward. Like in Madden, you would see them probably tumble over and fall forward and maybe actually get the first down, but in this game, it's just a wall. You're going nowhere. This man's hitbox is infinite.
First and 10. A 3-4 defense for the Bengals.
So we'll see if the Bengals offense gave their defense enough of a rest, or if they can just make some adjustments to slow this offense down.
A 1-yard run by Beasley.
the defense really neutralized that play at the point of attack.
Second and 10. Rolls, or pitch to the left side, excuse me.
They lost a few yards
And
on
there
that
is
play.
nothing doing there. Third down and 13. So some good adjustments here
To the ball carrier.
from the Bengals defense to force a third and 13. See if they can get off the field and give the ball back to their offense.
Pass play.
Takes a snap, throws it over the middle. He has a receiver. It was a nice
Chris, the
throw.
wide receiver, clearly beat the
Just
defender
dropped it
downfield and
right
made
in the
himself
bucket.
an
There
easy
was only
target.
one spot that ball could be, and that's where it was. Bam. In between 3 defenders. Over the 2 and in front of the 3rd.
First and 10. The defense lines up looking to put some serious heat on the QB. It's a run.
Looking for a run off the right side. Oh, that's a huge run. Oh, my goodness. That third down and 13 conversion feels like an absolute backbreaker. And we're only in the second quarter. And what a disastrous turn of events.
Here's the pitch out.
First and 10, tackled in the backfield for a loss
They
of a
lost
couple.
a few yards on that play.
Someone missed the block on that play.
Second down and 13.
Second down and 13 to go. The Jaguars put a man in the slot. The pitch out by
Pitch to the left side.
Nowhere to
Another
run.
nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Into the backfield
That'll set it
to
back
make
to a
that
third down
tackle
and
for a loss.
14.
Manning.
Deep drop from Manning. Deep throw from Manning right side. Off the hands and incomplete. The receiver actually ran toward the ball after it got popped up in the air. Games that are a little bit better would try for a second reception. This game, once it hits the hands, it kind of just goes, that's an incomplete pass. Nothing more can be done here. Couldn't possibly try another one.
First down and 10 to go. The pitch out.
That was going to be a huge loss. But instead, he was able to make a move and make a man miss. So instead of a loss of about 8, it's instead just a loss of 4. Second down and 14 as we approach the 2-minute warning. The Cincinnati offense, I think they've thrown the ball maybe once. Bayaka Patuka finds a nice lane off that left side and tries to get back.
Down and 4 for the first.
Or tries to get upfield, I should say, to get the first down. Instead, it's 3rd down and 4. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Quarterback throws short, and he's going to be tackled at the 20. Needed to get to the 22. Well, they'll call it the 19. Either way, it's short. And we are looking at a 4th and 3. So Maynard comes out to punt again. I'd like to see Cincinnati use some clock there, or Jacksonville to use a timeout. Jacksonville's going to have really solid field position. The 48-yard line. Manning throws and finds a receiver. Put it right on him. One-handed grab just makes it look all the cooler. And Jerome Pathon coming up with his 3rd catch of the day. Manning throws again. Quick hitter. Number 81 coming down with it right by the line to gain. Steven Alexander, 1 catch, 9 yards. So 2nd down and short. Plenty of time to work with.
Bengals line up in an 8-man front.
Going back with a pass that's high and overthrown to everybody. I'd like to see maybe just a first down there. Because now a 3rd and short still should be a first down conversion. No go, right side. I believe it's Curtis Martin, if I remember correctly. I keep wanting to say Fred Taylor, because Fred Taylor played for the Jaguars and was number 28. First down and 10, short pass, tackle on the outside. Nice read by number 56 there on the defensive side of the ball. As we watch him celebrate, force a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. That's a quick pass, and they're going to call another pass interference here. We don't see a lot of them in this game, and I said that earlier, but I guess maybe we hit that halfway point and they're calling it a little bit tighter.
Nice effort. He molested the receiver on that play.
First down and 10 to go.
First down and 10 inside the 25.
Running play.
Going with a fullback run. Interesting call with 30 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. Beasley, 2 yards on 2 carries. Clock is ticking. Got to move it up a little bit quicker. Manning throws. He had him open. He had him open. If he looks that way a little bit sooner, he can probably thread it right between those 2 defenders to the receiver. And he has a shot to fight to get in the end zone. Manning, deep drop, throws right side over the defender, but too far for the receiver. And it'll be 4th down and 7. So Orlando Mari will come out for a field goal attempt. And that kick is good.
It's good. That's his first field goal today.
Can only hope for this effective of a second half from both of these teams. That Patriots-Bills game drug itself out a little bit with the way the Bills handled the last couple of minutes there.
The Bengals will try to run out the clock.
First down and 10, 3 seconds to go. We'll take a knee in this.
They have two
Jacksonville's going to
remaining.
take a timeout for some reason. We saw this at the end of the first half.
Timeout.
Take
Jaguars.
another timeout.
They have one remaining.
Please stop. Brian Greasy, -5 yards. Here's a look at your halftime stats. 19 total yards to 133. Though the Jaguars only 2 out of 4 on their third down conversions. Or 2 for 4 on their third down conversions. Lindo Mare, kickoff number 3. Cincinnati's going to get the ball here. See if they can make some adjustments to have a nice drive here. Score some points. A field goal still helpful as that man gets absolutely flipped forward.
1st and 10.
Pitch right side, and they're going for it back. Patuka throws an interception. Okay, well, remember when I said a nice drive for the
This defense has given
second
their
half
offense
start
the ball
to
back.
try and...
Let's
No?
see what they can do.
All right.
It's a run.
Going with a run,
1-yard
left
run
side. Tries to
for
find the gap on the left side. Finds a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line. The
So
team
Mayak
plays
Patuka throws an interception. It's going to set up Jacksonville with basically a free 3 right off the bat. They're going to try the right side this time. Still nothing doing. Some nice defensive adjustments here for Cincinnati, and they had done that on the prior drive as well. Doing a much better job stopping the run. They're down in 10. Defense should pin their ears back here.
Manning looking to throw.
Manning throws left side, finds a receiver. Does not matter. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals need to rush more defenders on third down like that. Force a quicker throw.
1st and 10
Force an
at the
errant throw.
17-yard line.
Instead, they're letting Peyton Manning, who was really starting to come into his own around this time, just sit back and pick them apart.
Right.
They'll go right back to the ground. Looking like they're working with some clock management here. 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Could you imagine a team in the third quarter with a 10-point lead milking the clock?
They'll keep it on the ground.
Wow, right up the middle. No resistance. Curtis Martin averaging 3.6 yards per carry. And it is 1st and goal from the 7.
They line up in the eye. The Jaguars send a man in motion. They're going to run it. Power
Going
strike.
right side. Blasted at the 4. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Here's the pitch out.
Right side. Nothing doing there. Great job to shoot the
Lost
gap.
a few yards on that play.
Michael Strahan
Get a
is
big
one of the
loss
most
there. Michael
dominant
Strahan for the
players in
Bengals. 3rd and
NFL
goal
today.
from the 10.
Manning.
Throws.
Quick drop.
How did he
A quick
that
drop and
pass?
then it is dropped immediately. Wow, what a terrible play there. Cincinnati's defense does a really good job, and what I was going to say before that play started, kick is up and the kick is good. Cincinnati's starting to get into that kind of territory where Buffalo is getting,
Jaguars
or
line
where
up
they
for the
were,
kickoff.
where the Jacksonville Jaguars, they didn't even have a very long field to work with, but they just took so much time.
Thrown down by Duncan. 1st and 10 at the
I would not be
21-yard
surprised if
line.
Cincinnati misses the playoffs. We might actually look at player stats because I don't think the Cincinnati's really throwing the ball that much.
They're gonna run it.
And they are going with a run by Patuka up the right side. Blasted. A couple of yards past the first down marker. That was like all of his yards.
To the end zone. You want to
As
give
long
him
as
the
it was
ball
like
when you get
13 and
down.
he had 18 total yards.
Fast and aggressive. Coakley, a Pro Bowl linebacker.
You can still work
That's
with the
proven
run
to be
here.
valuable.
You just need your defense to come up with a stop. And I think you have to score before the end of the quarter.
Greasy with the play fake.
Greasy throws.
Forced back at the line.
Leaping receiver comes down with it. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. A couple of very quick and efficient games here to start us off. That's good news for me. Old Shawnee Poo needs
For
that.
Cincinnati.
Throwing left side, finds a receiver, but he can't hold on through the hit. It's a big blast by number 58, and that sets up 4th and 10. Wouldn't have got it anyway. But I wonder if 4th and 3 at this point, they maybe try to go for it. I don't think so. From the 20 to the 30, 35, 40. Wiggles around, makes a man miss, and has one of the better punt returns we've seen. All the way up to the 41-yard line.
Ooh, nice disguise on the play action.
Big bomb down the field, everybody leaping for it, but it's overthrown because both of them ran the route short. I don't really know that the throw is too far. Just the most consistent, most awful timing you could imagine happening on balls like that.
Keep it on the ground.
That's a really nice run for Curtis Martin, about 13 on that one. 15 carries for 54 yards, and he has actually bumped up his average.
Has moves and speed to spare. He might not run anyone over.
And now with 13, a 13-point lead, we're going to see Jacksonville actually genuinely melt this clock. Milk this clock. Melt it, milk it, whatever it.
It's a run. Rolls right. He's now made 6 tackles in this game.
Blasted right at the 45. Under a minute to go here, third quarter. All Jacksonville in this one.
Second and 9 at the 45-yard line. Here's the run.
Going with a run, right side. Finds pretty good gain there. I don't think Jacksonville actually needs to run another play before the end of the half. I don't think they will. Sometimes you can't tell with this game. Oh, that's right. I was going to look up the score. Distribution, I guess.
For the first. Weak eye receiver in the slot for the O. It's a run.
Oh, that's a. Right, well, he didn't have to run that before the end of the third quarter, but they chose to. Fred Beasley picked up a nice gain there. 13-0 here in Jacksonville.
First and 10.
So the Mariners game was 3-3 going into the 10th inning. Mariners scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Los Angeles scored 2 in the top of the second, 1 in the top of the fourth. And then it was scoreless until they each scored runs in the 10th, and then the Angels scored 3 in the 11th. An error, a fielding error. Oh, God. I think it was just the one. But for whatever reason, the score lists it twice. Oh, man. Big run there, and it's Jacksonville 19, Cincinnati nothing. Curtis Martin finally breaks a really long one, pitch all the way outside. Cincinnati had been doing a very nice job at containing the run. They've done a much better job containing the run, especially the pitches to the outside. That time he was able to get the angle, and that'll make it 19-0. They'll go for 2 here to extend the lead. 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. No good.
The 2-point conversion is no good. That's their first failed 2-point conversion today.
You can't fault the coach for going for it.
The kickoff.
19-0. Up to the 20 and blasted down to the 21-yard line. So 4:46, this one feels like it is pretty much over. The other game was much closer, at least.
At the 20-yard line.
And it felt like the Bills had a chance. But Cincinnati, I don't think, has the offense to come down or to come back from 3 scores down. They'll try, and it's incomplete there. I think the Bayaka Patuka. We haven't even looked at the Jaguars' defense? Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. Bayaka Patuka, that play with him throwing the interception was so bad. There's just no reason for it that early in the game.
Greasy looking to throw. 3rd and 3 at the 27-yard line. Greasy drops back.
Greasy throws to the right side, finds a receiver, and that'll be a first down. 1 catch, 4 yards for Mike Allstott.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10.
34-yard
Jacksonville doing a
line.
good job making sure that Cincinnati's really going to need to string a bunch of plays together. You're not going to get that big play down the field to set you up in good position. It's going to be 3 yards here. It's going to be 5 yards there.
Here's the pitch out.
Pitch left side. Tackled right around the line of scrimmage, I believe. And they'll actually give him a 1-yard run on that. 3rd and 6. Play action pass throws into the seam. And that will be a catch. Willie Jackson's 2nd reception of the day. 2 catches, 17 yards. Long of 16. He's going to throw it to the right side. Nothing doing. Cincinnati is trying to get into Jacksonville territory. 3:30 to go. Oh my goodness. A deep drop just to go to a draw play and lose 8 yards.
Greasy looks downfield.
Greasy throws off some hands and incomplete. I think right there, that's a play where you go like, we're going to try and cut it in half. And even with 3:02 to go, we're going to see a kick. And I think that this would be this is a go time.
A first down with under 3 minutes to go. Defense shows blitz.
1st down and 10, and we're going to get a false start penalty
False start.
on the offense. Number 74, rare mistake from the Jacksonville Jaguars today.
He really looked like he forgot the snap count.
First and 15 at the 26-yard line. 3 tight ends for Jacksonville. Here's the pitch out.
Pitch outside, finds
Stopped by Kelly.
just nothing. And that's a good example of what I was talking about. They broke the big one up the left sideline, but you have a play like that that's really well defended, pushes them back another 5 yards. 2nd down and 20.
Second and 20. Ball to Martin.
Oh, Martin. Oh, my goodness. A 2nd and 20. 98 yards, 5.1 a carry. 3rd down and 9 as we hit the 2-minute warning. There's no real reason for them to come out in an empty set like this in the shotgun. You want to just see them run another 40 seconds off this clock. Manning drops, throws, and it's going to be intercepted. It's not going to give Cincinnati much chance, but it's a really bad decision, a poor play call from the Jacksonville coaching staff to put him in that position. Just run it, milk the clock down. You're up 3 scores. Cincinnati has been completely inept on offense. And Allstott's going to come up with another catch here.
2nd and 2.
Greasy throws to the flat. Bayaka-Patuka tries to find some room, but can't really get away from the tackle there. Still makes it a 3rd down and manageable. 3rd and 2. Running left side, missed tackle there. Bayaka-Patuka makes another guy miss, slithers and slides through the defense. Wow, 17 yards. That is over half the yards he has total. Doesn't make up for his interception, though. 118 and counting. Quarter number 4. Game's been all Jacksonville. Looking for some room. Thought he should have stayed more to the outside, but that's how it goes.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line. 4-3 defense for the Jaguars.
Second and 6, play action pass, and he's going to get absolutely, like literally like wrestling thrown down. That's the hit you're trying to get out of the game. Player safety. 3rd down and 10. Do you imagine if you saw that in 2023? That would, like, people's brains would explode.
Greasy looks downfield.
Wow, Greasy with a nice threaded needle there. I don't know how he caught that in between 3 defenders, but Kevin Johnson picks up catch number 2, and it's 1st and goal. Quarterback throws. He had the receiver had the ball in his hands, and Jamie Duncan said, "No, you do not get this," and annihilated him. Pitch to the right side. Patuka knocks the guy over, but nothing doing there. And I think Cincinnati's actually going to run out of time here. 3, 2, 1, and they will. So it'll be a 19-0 final here in Jacksonville. I don't expect to see Cincinnati be competitive if they continue to look like that. 9 of 14 for 63 yards. Pretty bad. Peyton Manning, 11 for 19 for 109. Now, obviously, we only play with 5-minute quarters. Jacksonville much more balanced with the way that they attacked today. But Cincinnati definitely does not have the offense to deal with deficits, and that is a problem. We are going to skip all the way down to the bottom here. We're going to watch the Raiders take on the Seahawks. So it'll simulate all those games, and we'll have our results ready to roll. As we get you set for game number 3, Raiders taking on Seattle live from Husky Stadium in Seattle. This is a battle for the lead in the AFC West.
Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and
6-2. Seattle Seahawks record does not show correctly. They are 5-2-1.
I'm here with Tom Jackson. Tommy, what kinds of things are you expecting to see in this game?
The Seattle Seahawks find themselves in 3rd place in the AFC West offensively.
Well,
They're
Sunday
currently
night
ranked
game
second
action.
in the NFL passing the football.
Let's go.
While their running game ranks 22nd overall. Meanwhile, the Oakland Raiders come into this game leading the AFC Central, determined to make it 4 in a row this week with another win.
Thanks, Tom.
Early in the week, they were forecasting precipitation for today, but I'm glad it held off.
The Raiders are set to kick it off. We're underway.
Precipitation in Seattle, folks?
Get into the rhythm of the game.
What?
First down and 10 to go.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Seattle. And they'll find a little crossing pattern over the middle. And that will be number 80, Peter Warwick, with the reception. I believe it's Tim Couch, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. 2nd down and 4 after a very nice gain on 1st and 10.
Send a man in motion. The
pitch to the right side.
Right.
Amon Green looking for some room, and he's going to be close to the 1st down marker. Don't know that he got it. Interesting camera setup there on this side. We saw, I went to, I guess I could talk about that. Went to the Cougars game last weekend. That was a very fun time. I love 0 yards, 1 carry, but it didn't matter because they got the 1st down, so that's all that mattered. We had a very interesting group. We're not really paying attention to the game because it's me looking around, noticing various things, and the Beeb looking around, noticing various things, and my mom looking around, noticing various things as we have Amon Green breaking one to the left side and getting a solid gain all the way up to the nearly midfield.
First down
and then just kind of like intermittently talking to myself, going, oh, there's a football game here. But Yeah, it was a good game. I forgot exactly where I was going with that story.
They lost a few yards on that play.
This defense was impressive right there, closing off
was a
the
good
running
time, though.
backs' options.
Cougars won. They're ranked number 23 in the country, which is good. A nice victory over Wisconsin. They've now beaten Wisconsin in 2 consecutive years as a little one of those home and home series. And it was kind of one of those weird things where it's like, oh, well, they don't, the Big Ten doesn't want Washington State, but Washington State beat one of your kind of premier teams. I don't know if Washington, or I don't know if Wisconsin would qualify as that. But drops back and throws, finds a receiver, one-handed grab. It looked like it was going to be too long for the one receiver and too short for the other receiver. But nice adjustment there and nice effort to grab the ball. He got tackled just outside of the 30 at the 31. Offset I formation toward the weak side. Couch, deep pass, right side. It's almost intercepted. That probably should have been picked.
Second and 10.
Oh, I was talking about the camera rig. Got to enjoy that. The camera rig in this looks very different than the one that they have now, where like they're sitting on like a disc, and you just use your feet to like move and do the camera. And originally had a visor over it, so he'd put his eyes right up to it, and his hat would like the little like bill of his hat would like pop up, and just got to like enjoy like weird stuff like that. It's just fun to look at, fun to observe and see what's going on. But as the sun set, took the visor off, you could see the little monitor of what the camera was showing.
41-yard field goal attempt.
The sidelines are pretty tight, and when you wedge one of those on there, every time it moves, it just feels so dicey. But they also don't use that camera a ton, and Washington State has one of my least favorite camera angles for their like general field action. It's way too high. This like is probably too low, but like it's a good. You gotta find like a good middle ground. Washington State feels like you're like looking down on it from the top. You're not. It's dramatic explanation, but it seems like you're so far away and just so high in the air. But man, their stadium's set up a little weird.
Nowhere to run. Second and 10.
Like this feels about right. The zoom's probably a little too much, but like the angle's not bad. But it's interesting to see the cart back in the background with someone standing in like a fenced-in sort of thing. That seems way less. I feel like I'm better weight-centered sitting down with a camera rather than when I'm just on my legs holding on to something. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just like it just seems. Whoa! Like you're pulling the camera way out of the shot. Probably the most exciting thing that happened at the Cougar game, though, was the Bucky Badger got stuck in the fencing, and that's not a joke. There's a big wall, probably 5 feet, maybe 6 feet. 6 feet feels a little too high. Maybe it's 4 to 5 feet, somewhere in there, where there's like solid wall and then there's like fence on top of it. It's like the bars, like 2 bars with gaps in between. And the Wisconsin faithful traveled very nicely. They were sprinkled throughout throughout the stadium. And usually the section for the visiting team at the Cougars at Martin Stadium is pretty small, but it looked like it was pretty well packed by Wisconsin fans. And I don't know what Bucky Badger, I don't know what was happening. We're on the visiting sideline. I don't know what he was doing, But he like was up doing whatever, and then like just got wedged in between the wall, like the top of the wall,
First
and
10
the
at
fencing and like
37-yard
the
line.
metal bar, and just like could not get out.
The man in motion.
And I don't know if like somebody was giving him guff or whatnot, but
Count.
he was in there for like a good like, I don't know, probably like
A 10-yard pass
45
to
seconds or a minute.
That's his first
And I think
pass
the
of
person
season.
inside the mascot, everything else melted away. And they got super irritated because I am 98% sure that I saw a mascot flip somebody off at the Cougar game. And it was the funniest thing. And I've never been so bummed that I didn't think to like pull out my phone to like take a picture of it. Because that would have been so good. That would have been so good. I didn't even have to have like the middle finger up. That's fine. I can miss that. That's no big deal. But just a picture of like just a mascot, just helpless.
Play action fake.
Can't like
Dropped by Warren.
the head's too big to swivel under, but you're at such a poor angle. Trying to get out is like not a possibility either. It was a hilarious disaster. It was so funny, and that was one of the moments where I was there and was like, "Oh, that's right, the football game's happening." Bucky Badger did not come back to that area, which is a bummer because I actually kind of wanted a picture with Bucky Badger because I like Wisconsin. I told people, I was like, I don't care who wins. I'll be happy with whoever wins. I wanted the Cougars to win. Are you kidding me? I like the Badgers. I like Wisconsin. Obviously, Green Bay is my favorite team, but I want the Cougars to win. I want the Cougars to win. Come on.
First down and 10 to go.
Down 18. Down 18.
All right, so here we are. Second quarter. Seattle leads 3-0 over Oakland as the sun has set on this Sunday night game. Game number 3 of 4. And they're going deep, and he stays. Couldn't stay up. Stays with the tackle and gets him down. Didn't know where I was really going with that sentence. I was waiting for the result to happen. Number 96 knocked a man down, but just could not get to the quarterback before he launched a bomb in between two defenders. Good job by Seattle to hold on to the ankle there for dear life. I think that was one of the plays that happened during the Cougars game where it's like, just hold on. Or maybe it was one of the other games I was watching, but just don't let go.
Jay Fiedler on the route.
Jay Fiedler coming up with the completion. That'll set up another 1st and 10 to 31-yard line. So two quarterbacks I don't think you'd really heard much of during this time. Fiedler, I believe, played for the Dolphins, and Tim Couch played for the godforsaken Browns. So I don't think either of those teams were particularly, especially the Cleveland Browns. I don't think they were very relevant around this time. Seattle was pretty decent. Oakland would go on to make a Super Bowl appearance.
4-3 defense for Seattle. The quarterback looks to pass.
Throws and finds a receiver right at the 10-yard line. Seahawks lost week 1. Keenan McCardell, second catch, 47 yards on the day.
And putting a little touch on the ball.
Seattle lost to Los Angeles.
Here's the
I think
handoff.
Seattle could be in danger of going
Down
0-2.
at the 7-yard line.
They have to travel to Detroit to play a fired up and good Lions team.
22. 22.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. Taking the snap, they're going to run left side. Couldn't find anything there. Gets stopped after a short gain, second and goal.
down with under 3 minutes
They're going to
to
give
go
him
in the
maybe a
half.
yard.
Two tight ends for the Raiders. The
Pitch
out by
left
Pete.
side, right side. Don't know how to do it, and he's going to get stopped short. I thought for sure he had it. Taylor falls out of bounds, but they're going to let that clock wind. It's third and goal from the
Third
1-yard
and
line.
goal At the 1-yard line.
They're going with the play action pass. Nice deflection. That is a terrific defensive play on the Seahawks side. If you can't get to the quarterback, throw those hands up, try to time it. I was watching I might have mentioned this last week. I was watching a football game that actually had some form of inside kick is up, kick is good, which I feel like is just so rare nowadays. It's probably, maybe it's just me because I watch a lot of football, so it doesn't feel like things are all that insightful. But one of the commentators was talking about, like, watch the arm, time it with the throw, right? Like, the idea would be to just kind of get your hands up if you can't get to him. And I guess I hadn't considered the idea of, like, trying to keeping your eye on the arm to see. I don't know. Just the way that they phrased it, I thought was pretty nice. 1st and 10, 2:18 to go here. Pitch left side or far side. Green's going to turn upfield to make that angle look silly. Bit of a weird lack of dive or tackle animation there. 9-yard gain sets up 2nd and 1 after the defense does an excellent job to hold Oakland to a field goal. If Seattle gets another tie, Seattle's going to tie every team in their division at once. Oh, Tim Couch. Oh, you threw it far too far. Right to the Oakland defender. And with 1:56, the Oakland Raiders get the ball back. That's right, the Oakland Raiders, not the Las Vegas Raiders. If Al Davis was still alive, they can, instead of saying just win, baby, they could say just sin, baby. Like Sin City. Not Basin City, but like Sin City, Las Vegas. I like to call it Las Vegas. As a Frisky Dingo reference for you. Throws left side and clobbered after trying to turn upfield. Curtis Conway, 9th year out of USC. First and 10, play action pass, throwing deep over the middle, and a nice defensive play. Oh, except for they're going to call a pass interference on the defense.
On number 59, defense.
First down. Oops, first down. I guess it's the same way. It's pass interference on the defense. First down, Seahawks. I don't know. I forget when Seattle's going to be wearing their throwback uniforms. That'll be kind of fun. I guess Comcast lost Fox because I was checking the college football games because I met my mom over there at her place. Before we went to the Cougars game on Saturday, I was like, "Oh, college football! Like, I can check some scores before we leave." And it's like, "Oh, Comcast no longer has Fox." It's like, "Oh, that's not good." Because people in the Pacific Northwest watch Fox for Seahawks games. It's like, oh, hope you like AFC football. Tipped and incomplete.
Incomplete pass. A 45-yard field goal attempt by Nedry.
The kick is up, and the kick, oh, that's going to drift wide right. That's off the upright. I threw my hands up like it was good, but it was not good. That's the disbelief. This is disbelief. This is good. Disbelief, good. So the Seahawks defense doing an excellent job at bending but not breaking. And the long field goal drifts wide right, so... or off the upright, I should say. Tipped and incomplete. Probably should have been picked, but once the game determines,
Couch looking to throw.
Once the game determines completion or incompletion, it just doesn't bother to do anything else. So, Couch off on all of those throws. They're going to kick the ball back to the Raiders.
Won't go down. First down and 10 to go. The Raiders send a man in motion.
First and 10, 14 seconds to go. Another time where the Raiders receiver gets the ball and tries to turn upfield, and there's a Seahawk defender waiting. Oh, the Oakland does just get the play off. So throw to the outside. Doesn't matter if it's complete or incomplete. 126 yards to 77. The Raiders have not converted a third down, but the takeaway thwarted any sort of attempt for Seattle to get any more points.
The kickoff by number 6.
Chris, this first possession of the second half will be critical.
Stop by Fletcher.
So deadlocked here at 3. We are in quarter number 3.
First and 10 at the
Seahawks when they tied the Denver Broncos, it was a 6-6 game. We've had some nicely paced games today. It really sucked to see a game to go into overtime, if I'm being totally honest with you.
At the 28-yard line, a 4-yard run by Neal.
I'm guessing that this will end up probably about the regular run time that all the other videos do, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I enjoy making them. Hopefully you enjoy watching. Pass play. Throws and into 2 defenders. Not a great idea. Al Harris. A couple of tackles.
But the ball was just out of reach.
The quarterback looks to pass. That's his second knockdown pass of the game.
The lineman tipped it, and they're lucky because the receiver was open.
I was looking for playlists. So Rodney Williams is going to come out here for a punt. And a good job by the Seahawks defense to force a quick 3 and out. Tried to juke the coverage man, which oddly enough is just the lineman. He didn't fall for it. Couch throws to the flat. That's a really nice play. That is a really nice play right there. Those plays don't always work the way that they seem to want them to, but that one was a very nice gain. Oh, wow. Couch with another nice throw there. That throw usually looks a little dangerous just because of how far in front of the receiver the ball seems. But a nice grab there to set up first down and 10. 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. Seahawks getting off to a good start now, but they couldn't hold the block on the outside. Number 55 with a nice tackle after a gain of just a yard. Deep in Raiders territory here. Good opportunity to take the lead barring some sort of turnover. Couch pitches near side, and he's going to be dragged down around the 25-yard line. Amon Green of the Green Bay Packers playing for the Seattle Seahawks.
Disrupt the play before it gets started.
Third down and 11 for the first. The defense brings in the dime. Quarterback drops back.
That's a really nice grab. Amon Green with a one-handed snag to set up first down. And goal at the 9-yard line. Second reception for him out of the backfield.
The receiver just made a fantastic catch.
There's a nice throw. That's a touchdown. That's a great throw by Tim Couch. I don't know how often you would say that about him in real life, but this was a terrific drive for the Seahawks. They made some fantastic adjustments to get them down the field. Tim Couch, throw the ball where your receivers can catch it. He's like, okay, don't worry. Coach, I understand what you're saying. I got you. Came out and did that nicely, and it is 10-3 with 2:42 to go here in quarter number 3. The way this defense has been playing.
Here's the kick.
Seattle probably feeling pretty good.
Tackled by Emmett. First down and 10 to go. They bring in the nickel package.
First and 10. Fiedler drops and throws. Overthrows his receiver. And it is second down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
The offense have been going deep and going deep often.
Fiedler drops and throws and finds a receiver. Seattle's been all over these receivers, it feels like. Yes, they're completing passes. Yes, they're picking up yards, but they're not getting yards after catch, which is really impressive. Solid tackling and a good job making sure that they're not getting...
You know, it is the worst
Oh
feeling
my
in the world
goodness, I thought that was going to be a
offensive
first down with the way he
lineman
tackled him. When you see him get kind of like thrown forward a little bit, hold on. Take it back a little bit, then throw him forward. So the Raiders will punt the ball back to a Seahawks team that's probably feeling pretty good, pretty in rhythm, as they came down and scored on their last drive. Seattle with an offset eye. Receiver split, top side of your screen. Going with a play action pass. They're going to fake the run to him and then just throw him the ball anyway. Averaging 16 yards, a long of 19, and that's going to get them right back into Oakland territory. First and 10 with under 2 to go here in the third quarter. We go into the AFC Central for the Monday night matchup coming up after this, and I don't know how that wasn't intercepted. Instead, it's a touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. That was both a correct call for the touchdown and a little bit of surprise. I can't believe it wasn't at least deflected. The Seahawks coming out here in the second half, and wow. Blitzing these Oakland Raiders to the tune of a 2-score lead.
It's good.
And it did not take them long to do that. That Oakland 3-and-out was as devastating as it's as devastating as it can be, and it's rarely ever that bad. Usually it's like, okay, you got that 3-and-out, you're going to kick it back to the team. The defense holds. Even if they give up a first down, maybe 2 first downs, they hold for a field goal attempt or a kind of a short punt situation. But it is rarely that damaging.
2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
They'll only gain 2. It's a terrible run back for the Oakland Raiders, by the way.
Incomplete.
No pass interference on that play. He took that 4 yards deep in the end zone and got them to the 13-yard line. That is not good. I mean, that's only a 17-yard return. Maybe, if you're generous, 18 yards.
Here's their 4th punt of the game.
Another outstanding stand by the Seattle defense. The Seattle defense has been terrific all day long. And now they get the opportunity with a 2-touchdown lead, not just a 2-score lead, 2-touchdown lead, to not only start in Oakland Raiders territory, but they can start kind of working this clock down and get out of here with a victory. Very tight first half, but a missed field goal in 2 3-and-outs for Oakland really seemed to doom them. Okay, thankfully they weren't taking the clock down right there because it doesn't actually run. Now they'll start working on it. 30 seconds to go here in the third.
Second and 6. Ogden is eligible on this play. Barnes with the ball. Tackled by Reinhardt.
Tackled after a nice gain. That should take us to the end of the third quarter.
The quarter will come to a close before they can get another play off.
And that is what it does. 17 to 3.
17, Raiders 3. 3rd down and 2 for the first. He fakes the handoff.
Throws off the hands and incomplete. Don't love the throw there. That's where you would like to see them just run the ball and just not worry about it. Tried to angle it out of bounds.
They'll take over from there. Pass play. It's
So
caught.
pass play for the Raiders off to the left side. Picks up a couple of yards.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line. The pitch
Now
out
pitch to the
right
left side. Seattle's
Crisp
defense does a much
and
better job
important
holding
down,
them to
and they're just not able to get it going.
a loss there.
They're
And
down
just
and
like that,
6
it's
for the
3rd
first.
down and
The
6.
speed shows a 4-3. Fiedler looking to throw.
And that's a really bad throw right there.
Here's their fifth
What
punt
are
today.
we doing, Oakland? They're going to punt the ball away. Kick is away. It's going to be return for a short, short return, I should
You
say.
got that right, Chris.
I'd
Those
like
guys
to
are
see
flying
Seattle
down
work
the
on the
field
clock
on that
management
play.
here. Your boy over here, fading fast.
Ooh, nice
Oh, they're going to
disguise
go
on
with a
the
play action pass, and that was almost intercepted. Excellent positioning by the Raiders defender there. Just needed to come up with that pick. Had a shot to really change the complexion of this game. I don't love what Seattle's doing. I like that a little bit
1-yard
more.
Run by Barnes.
Jason Taylor is one of the best at his position, plays both the pass and the run well.
Speaking of the Miami Dolphins, Jason Taylor, a part of this Raiders defense.
3rd and 10 at the 49-yard line. Split backfield for Seattle. Pass play.
Gotta come up with a completion there. You can't go throwing it on 3rd and 8.
Here's their
You're giving
fourth punt
Oakland
of the
too
game.
many chances to put a drive together. This is bad management by the Seattle Seahawks.
Tackled by
It
Barnes.
stopped about the 15-yard line. I'll go
10
mark it on
at
the
the
16. So
16-yard
1st
line.
and 10. Oakland yet again on the field with a 2-score deficit.
The quarterback looks to pass. Caught.
Caught out at the 30. The Seahawks' saving grace might just be the fact that this game does not have a hurry-up mode in any way, shape, or form. So 2 scores at this point feels pretty insurmountable.
9-yard reception by McCardell. That's his 5th catch today.
Especially with the way that the Seahawks defense has been playing, where they haven't given up the big plays, they haven't given up a ton of yardage after the catch. So throw down the left side, that one well over everyone's head. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Oakland's just got to run this ball. They need to just get the 1st down, call it good. There you go. That's what you want to see. Maybe not the best decision with this at this stage in the game, but I don't think you want that coming down to a 4th down at all. I think you just want to go, we're going to just take what they'll give us. This is what they'll give us. Fiedler throws, finds a leaping receiver.
That's as much
And again,
about
it's a
instinct
catch,
as it
but
is
tackled
with
immediately.
the
They're in
defensive
Seattle
coordinator
territory
is
at the
listening.
38-yard
I
line.
don't think that was the play he called, Chris.
A little float pass up over the middle. 4 Seahawks defenders in the area. He had to put that in the perfect spot, and he did not.
Spreading out the ball
2nd down
more
and
areas
10.
of the field.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Drops and throws. I thought that was going to be picked. Instead, it's 3rd down and 10.
Quarterback drops back.
Throwing.
Intercepted.
Oh, it's intercepted.
That's his first
That is a
interception from
terrific
today.
play by a Seattle defense that has played terrifically throughout this game. 1st down and 10 in this game, and the result of this game, I should say. Going to make the AFC West very interesting. We'll get all your scores. We'll get your standings updates here in, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. The end of the following game, which will be Titans-Ravens, if I remember. I want my notepad. Where's my notepad?
At the 2-minute warning.
So 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 9. It is the Ravens visiting
as
the
we
Tennessee
go
Titans.
inside the numbers. Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The
Are they
offense has
interesting
shown they
stats?
can attack the
I
entire
kind of feel
field.
like they're not.
The pitch out.
Pitch out. Just run it. No big deal.
Corrals him
Oakland's
at the
going to take a
22-yard
timeout.
line.
Third down and 14. Now run it with Tim Couch. He somehow almost got a first down. Almost got a first down.
Here's their 5th punt today.
Good job with the clock management. 1:13 to go. Interception for Oakland killed all hope that they had to try to get back into this game.
45-yard line.
They also missed a great opportunity to get a pick from Seattle to try and give themselves some good field position. Maybe try to get a quick score to get back in this one, but
Quarterback looks to pass.
third quarter was all Seattle, and that was kind of all they needed. Defense had been solid all day,
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard
but being able to
line.
score, hold them to a 3-and-out and score again almost immediately. Too much for this Oakland Raiders team to overcome.
Pass.
Deep and off the hands, incomplete. 62 seconds to go.
3rd down and 10 for the first. Fiedler looks downfield.
Fiedler out to the flat, and he just ran out of bounds. All right, 4th and 11. So it went from 3rd and 10 to 4th and 11, but hey, at least they stopped the clock. They would have been better off literally just dropping the ball. We're going to go with that rollout bomb play. At least that time they threw it. It's off the hands. It's incomplete, and it should be 4th down. Oh, no, 1st and 10, excuse me. Turnover on downs. Oakland, I swear to God, if you take a timeout.
Timeout, Raiders. They have 1 remaining.
Why? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Timeout, Raiders. They have none remaining.
They can't possibly have 1 remaining, right? They took a timeout earlier, didn't they? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Now, the game's not over, but at least it's going to wind down a little bit. That is so annoying. I guess you take the good with the bad. The clock management on the offensive side is okay. Especially, maybe not always like timeout-wise, but at least like watching them run to the sideline.
Fiegel back to punt.
Jeff Fiegels. There's about a 3-second difference between play clock and game clock. So this punt will do it. Oakland will lose this game. And Seattle will pick up win number 6, 17-3. Seattle just their defense played so consistently that their offense didn't have to do anything all that spectacular. They just had to make a couple of plays here or there, a couple of good drives, and the defense would be willing to, or able, I should say, to take care of the rest of it. So that is game number 3, and we are off to Tennessee to check out the Ravens taking on the Titans for game number 4.
Live from Nashville, Tennessee. It's an NFL primetime matchup on ESPN. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Berman here with Tom Jackson. How do these two teams match up, Tom?
The Titans come into this game in 4th place of their division. Defensively, they're currently ranked 26th in the NFL at stopping the run and 19th when it comes to defending the pass. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Ravens come into this game leading the AFC Central, having won 3 games in a row.
Thanks, Tom.
When the weather is dry like today, look for coaches to stick with their team's strengths.
The Titans line up for the kickoff. The kickoff by Longwell.
I wouldn't be surprised if this game turns into a classic.
All right, the thumbnail is complete. We're ready to roll, and unfortunately an injury, relatively injury-free episode today, which is very, very nice. Don't want to see a lot of guys getting injured. Baltimore will start first and... Oh my goodness. What a disastrous start. It's 1st and 10 inside their own 20, and then that's the first play. It's 2nd and 16 from the 9-yard line.
16 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
Welcome to Monday Night Football. Baltimore taking on Tennessee. This AFC Central is going to get a lot more cluttered here because of, and I should probably check the standings to get a little bit better of an idea.
He's out for 1 to 3 weeks.
1 to 3 weeks with that torn pectoral. Should have probably looked at the standings before this to kind of figure out where they were. I believe Baltimore here with a win will take the lead. Tennessee can at least just kind of bunch it up because we have the result that we needed earlier in this, earlier today. And I'll pull up my thumbnail that I had. So Jacksonville is going to pull the Bengals down to them. Both teams now 5-4. The Ravens are already 5-4, so they can fall to 5-5, which would improve Tennessee to 5-4, which would mean that 4 teams out of 6 have a 5-win record that we saw today, and would just cause chaos. Just cause chaos. I think Baltimore, because they would have 1 more loss, would be technically in like 4th, you know, but still very much in the thick of it. So 1st and 10, and Tennessee's in Baltimore territory already. Off that left side, thrown forward for a little bit extra, and that'll be 2nd down and 3 coming up.
2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line. Testaverde.
Vinny Testaverde throws it
at the 45-yard line.
I don't understand what either of these teams are doing offensively. This is a very bad start for both sides. Good starts for the defense. It was 2nd and 3 and it went to 3rd and 8. It was 1st and 10 and went to 2nd and 16. The defenses are reading what these terrible play callers are wanting to do very well. Testaverde throws left side. It's intercepted, and he is up the right sideline, or the near sideline, I should say, to the 35-yard line. So
1st down and 10 to go.
We are off to a wild start here in Tennessee for game number 4. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and you can keep up on all the NFL action from 2001 you can handle. We have 2 seasons in this one season. So if you'd like to see how that went, that was season number 1 back in NFL Fever 2002. Then we moved on to Madden 2003, NFL Fever 2003, Madden 2004, and now we're back here. We're doing NFL Fever 2004 next, unless I find another game that we can go even further back maybe. And then we'll be on to Madden 05, and I think we're going to have to stick with Madden on the PS2 for as long as the season or this series would run. Now, theoretically, you could do like the same season multiple times and just kind of see how the draft goes or whatever, but yeah, it's I have like Madden 07 and 08 on 360, and it just doesn't. I think maybe if you select all the teams, we might be able to go into the HD versions, but even then it's pretty limited. So Yeah, we'll be as long as you can watch them in Madden, we'll be looking at them. I gotta go start picking up copies of that before they get too expensive. I think the only one that's like weirdly expensive, and it's expensive in air quotes, is Madden 12, and that's only because it's the last one. And I think that one's still only like $20.
First and 10. The pitch out. Nowhere to run. They lost a few yards on that play.
Chris, it's pretty clear the offense needs a bigger push up front.
The Titans send a man in motion. The pitch out. Nowhere to run. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on that run.
He didn't have a chance
Absolutely
to think about
nothing.
getting positive yards.
3rd and 17 at the 6-yard line. Testaverde looks downfield. Caught.
Who's I looking for?
He corrals him
Oh,
at the
price charting.
28-yard line.
I'd like to filter by comic books, please.
Handoff to Lewis. Tackled at the 37-yard line. A 9-yard
weird.
run by Lewis.
Let's see. Madden
2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
12.
The Titans send a man in motion. Here's the handoff. Forced back at the line.
I like this defender. He makes the most of his talent.
Madden NFL 12. Oh, you could run these on the PSP. That'd be, that's
3rd
kind
and 1
of
at the
interesting. I guess if
37-yard
they would
line.
allow you to.
Defense set up to
PS2
stop the
version,
run.
$25 just for the disc, $30
Number 33.
for a
No
completed
panic on the
box. So
defense. They read the formation and made the play.
it's a long way out though.
Line up to punt it away.
I mean that's. Nine seasons? 8 seasons, 9 seasons out?
Stop by number 34.
Plus the half year, so.
Score at the end of the first quarter. Tie ball game. The Titans.
And considering
nothing,
you get
Ravens, nothing. First and
2.5 per like calendar year. All right, 1st and 10 here as we have a goose egg game entering quarter number 2.
They lost a few yards on that play.
These offenses are not doing anything, which explains why I'm looking at price charting over here.
Has the ball.
2nd down and 16. It's the second time I've looked up, and the Ravens have had a god-awful play that have set up a 2nd down and 16.
Draw play. An amazing
Draw play
takedown
doesn't do
by the
anything
defender.
either.
Boom.
That's got to be.
Not
There's got to be a
necessarily
3rd and
bad
17.
right there.
Yeah.
But if your
3rd
line
down and
can't
17
give you any
from
time,
the 17-yard line. They have to get all the way to the 34 to keep this drive alive.
Johnson looking to throw.
Johnson
Receiver never
faked
had
that
a
to
chance catch
nobody.
the ball 'cause the DB delivered a blow
What?
just as the ball arrived.
Tackled by number 36.
Nice boot. That ball could have
1st down
gone
and
range.
10 with 4:09 to go here. Excellent starting field position for the Tennessee Titans. It feels like they've been having a lot of that in today's game with how poor, every time I look up, the
40-yard line.
Baltimore Ravens field position has
11-yard
been.
reception by Whitney. That's his first pass reception today.
The quarterback may have been wiser throwing the ball away than forcing it in like that. But hey, they'll take the
1st
completion.
and 10, handoff, and he'll get drugged down at the 40.
Stop by Holmes.
Or dragged down.
2nd and 9.
Flag 81. Flag 81.
He gives
2nd and 9, handoff, right side. Finds a little bit of room through the gap, but not a whole lot. 3 feet to be exact, 3rd down and 8.
The Titans send a man in motion.
I'd like to see Tennessee maybe just get enough for a field goal. Testaverde throws, actually fires a nice pass for a gain of
That's his first pass
11.
today.
Eric Moles is one of the special players in the NFL capable of making something out of nothing.
From the 38 to the 26, so a 12-yard pass there. Pitch left side. Lewis doesn't have anywhere to go, and he'll get taken down in the backfield. Not a terrible loss,
Yeah, and there's
just a loss of 1.
defender gets in there that quick.
Tennessee maybe just trying to slow this game down a little bit. 2nd down and 11 coming up. Throwing and finds a receiver near the 10-yard line. He'll be just outside of the 10. So it'll be 1st and 10 with an opportunity to get a first down before they can get the touchdown, should they so choose, at the 1-yard line. 1st and 10, nowhere to really go. A nice job kind of running, bouncing back and forth. Ravens defense didn't collapse super quickly, so they gave him a little bit of room to work with. They'll find 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 after the 2-minute warning here as they take a look inside the numbers. 10 rushes to the left, 13 total yards.
The offense need to run the ball better.
Offset I formation. Looks like it's going to the weak side. That's exactly what it's going to do. Jamal Lewis is going to get stuffed right at the line to gain. So it'll either be 3rd and short, and that's what it is. 3rd and short, I thought maybe 1st and goal.
Teague checks in as an eligible receiver.
Testaverde drops it. He takes a sack. Oh, you can't do that. It's going to be 4th and 6. 4th and 7 maybe, and that is just a brutal way for that drive to end. You get on the doorstep looking just for inches to even just reset the downs. Instead, 5-yard sack causes or forces a field goal attempt. Ryan Longwell's kick is up, and it is good. 3-0.
High kick towards the end zone.
Kick is deep right at the goal line, up to the 10, the 15, the 20, and the 24-yard line, perhaps. 1:14 to go in the 2nd quarter. 3-0 Tennessee. See if Baltimore can make much of a run at scoring some points before the end of the half here.
Johnson
throws left side, finds a one-handed catch. That'll be up at the 35-yard line, maybe the 36, and it'll be 1st and 10. Keyshawn Johnson, USC, interesting. We've seen him a bunch. I don't know that I caught where he went to college.
This defensive front made a little bit of a statement.
Didn't realize he was a Pac-12 guy, or a Pac-10 guy, or what's left of the Pac-12. That's been such an interesting thing to follow. Wow. Not really. Oh, wow. We haven't even seen the friggin' defensive line and linebackers. Wow.
Third and 8 at the 37-yard line. Strong eye for Baltimore.
Johnson throws over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete.
They'll kick it away. Here's the punt.
Washington State and Oregon State filed they called it a restraining order, which I thought was interesting, but they basically were like, they cannot have the Pac-12 can't have a meeting with all of these chancellors or whatever presidents that represent schools that are not going to be in the league next year. And the judge ruled in favor of that, which is wild. They're like, you can't have this meeting. Because you know that they're just going to look out for themselves. Washington State and Oregon State are just so hell-bent on keeping the Pac-12 together. And I mean, there are reasons to keep it together. A lot of people, a lot of what I was reading was kind of just like, oh, they'll go to the Mountain West, but
Testaverde looking to throw.
Mountain West doesn't have some of the things that the Pac-12 does have, and then you get Washington State beating Wisconsin, and you have a very talented, Oregon State team who are like, we could play Power 5 football, and we should be a Power 5 conference. You do have a 2-year window between like losing the credentials before you lose the credentials, and you have to have 8 teams. I think they would have an easier time figuring this out if Stanford and Cal hadn't bolted. You could maybe try to find a way to add four schools. 2 years is, I don't know if it's enough time, but if you could keep 4 and persuade 4 and go like, look, for the 2026 year or whatever it would need to be, we got to have you here.
2nd and 10.
So we can keep our credentials, but it's been an interesting roller coaster. It's kind of a bummer in some ways, but I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. So incomplete pass here. I'd love to see just running the ball and running the clock. Neither offense really clicking in this one. Tennessee with a 3-point lead, largely because they were winning the field position battle for so long. The opening kickoff of the second half kind of evens things back out. Finally, Baltimore's not paying the price for their terrible choices in running it back. 3-0. And a 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Throwing to the left side. Testaverde throws. And there's Brad Johnson breathing, doing some stuff. Tennessee in good position here to like cause absolute chaos in the AFC Central, which, if I'm being honest, because I don't have to be impartial, kind of liking. Yeah, or kind of liking. Kind of wanting them, you know?
Lewis gets the first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Pull back to the strong side with 3 wide for the offense.
Down, 19.
Handoff to Whitney.
Just a little handoff there. Nothing really doing. Kenny Holmes picking up his 3rd tackle of the day. Second down and 10. Testaverde rolls it to his right. Finds a receiver right at the sticks. We'll see what the yard marker they give him is. John Whitman, 5 catches, 33 yards. It is a 1st down and 10.
1st and 10. Defense stacks the line with 8 in the box. Handoff to Lewis.
Handoff right side. Lewis finds a little bit of room. Jamal Lewis, 24 yards on 10 carries, 2.3 yards. 2.3 yard average.
42-yard line.
That math doesn't check out.
One back for Tennessee.
It's like easy math too. Oh, Testaverde with a quarterback draw. Interesting call. This Tennessee drive is starting to take some time off the clock, which is nice. Just, I think some of the games that are the most frustrating when we do these is the fact that you're looking a lot at teams that just keep throwing incomplete passes, Indianapolis, and just dragging everything down.
They'll kick it away. Here's the punter.
Unfortunately, the drive stalls. 2.5 to go in quarter number 3. Oh wow, it was a fake punt. Oh my goodness. Ron James.
Come up big.
Oh my goodness. So the drive stays alive, and that defender looked like he was in a good position to try and jump on that ball and make a play on it, but nothing doing there. Todd Heap from Arizona State, a rookie, with the completion there, or with the catch, I should say. 1st down and 10.
The pitch out by
Oh, the
Testaverde.
pitch and
That one I didn't
pitches
get.
have just not
They're
been
going
the
to try to run it back
Tennessee Titans'
underneath
friends
and
today.
take advantage
Kevin Lewis with
of
his
up
fifth
the field
tackle
pressure.
of the afternoon, or
Someone
evening, or
obviously
night, whatever
doing
you
assignment.
would like to qualify it as. Second down and
The
14.
Titans send a man in motion. Here's the pitch out. Breaks left.
Wow.
Stop
Pitch out
by
kind of
Sharp.
worked that time, but it still like
Run
wasn't
by
great
Lewis.
and took a lot of effort just to get to third down and 8.
At the 15-yard line. The Titans send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass.
Throwing left side, finds a receiver, but blasted before he can get into the end zone. What a huge fake punt that was. Obviously keeping the drive alive, that's huge, but as we get inside of a minute in the third quarter,
Pass play.
Tennessee with a good opportunity, dropped it.
Incomplete. As we go inside the numbers. Anything stand out to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense have been going deep and going deep often.
Gonna run it.
Going with a run, and again, a nice stop right before they were able to break the line. Third down and goal.
Third
I mean,
and
does
goal
Tennessee do
at
what
the
New England did
1-yard line.
earlier today and
Goal
just
line
go
offense
for it?
Tennessee.
I don't know what happened there. This game is there's too many people. This is like a root level problem. Oh, it's running so slow. Oh boy, oh, too many. He gets in,
A
touchdown.
1-yard run. for the
Everybody
touchdown.
hit the line of
Good,
scrimmage,
solid play.
and the game slowed down to like
Keeps
50%
moving
and got
and
super
runs it
blurry
into
for
the
some
touchdown.
reason. I don't know why. I mean, because it's old. It's like a 20-year-old game. I don't know when this console was made, but it is the big PS2. Kick returned short of the 20.
By Robinson.
Eddie Robinson picking up the tackle there.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line. Near formation in the backfield.
From the 18,
Johnson
drops and
back.
throws left side, tackled immediately. Terry Fair brings him down as we
Second
approach
down
the end of
and
quarter
6
number
to
3.
go. Johnson, quick drop. A 4-yard reception.
I'm a little surprised I actually got another playoff. I was going to take a drink because I thought I was like, oh, that's fine.
He
We're
caught
good.
the pass anyway.
At the end of the third quarter, the Titans 10, Ravens nothing. Third and 1 at the 26-yard line. Weak high, 3 wide for the
All
offense.
right, third down and 1 as we begin quarter number 3. 10-0 Tennessee lead. Johnson with a really deep drop. He threw it a little too high, but the tackle that threw him forward actually
1-yard pass by
converted
Johnson.
for
He's 2
the
for
first
4
down.
passing on this drive. Johnson.
Lucky to still have this drive alive. The Ravens with a nice pass out to the right side. One-handed grab, but looked like by Keyshawn Johnson.
Second and
And we'll
inches.
have second down and inches coming up.
Running play.
Going right side. Nice bounce back to the middle where oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is an awful stat line. Holy moly.
Goes with the H-back formation.
First down and 10.
Throwing right.
He's going to the right side. Nothing doing there. And it will be second down and 10.
Johnson. dropped
Johnson
back.
throws left side. Nice
Brought
catch
down
there.
by Brown.
I mean, everything
6-yard
about that, like,
reception
third
by
and
Smith.
short play was so
Fourth
bad.
pass reception of the game.
It was a short pass that was high. The receiver had to jump to get it. Came down with it well short of the line to gain, but somehow managed to
A
get
6-yard
flung
pass
forward.
made. That's his second catch of the
Baltimore
game.
decided to wake up in the
Receiver
fourth
was able to
quarter.
get himself perfectly positioned
First down
for the
and
catch.
10. I formation.
Johnson.
Throwing
looking
left
to
side. A
throw.
little screen play, but the screen plays just don't get run correctly.
Second
You see that
down
a
and
lot. The
13.
blockers way too far behind to make actual decent effort.
Back dropped back.
And they went right back to it, and it was just as bad that time. Wow. So they had a really good opportunity to at least try and put some points on the board. And it's 3rd and 17 with those two disastrously stupid plays. Johnson throws to the right side. He'll get tackled up around the 40-yard line. You wonder if that's close enough for Baltimore to maybe go for it. We're in crunch time. There is no reason for them to punt this ball away, and it's too deep for a field goal. So 4th down and 5. Throws left side off the hands and incomplete. Tennessee takes over. 3:15 to go. 3:15. I almost said 3rd and 15. But it is 1st and 10. That's fine. Little run to the right. They don't have to really gain any yards. Obviously, you'd want to get a couple of first downs, burn the rest of this time down, but just keeping it on the ground, completed passes, keeping the clock moving is far more important than yards. Especially when this game doesn't have any semblance of a hurry-up offense.
2nd down with under 3 minutes to go. 4-3 defense for Baltimore. They're going to run it.
They'll go with a run to the left side. That's a really solid gain. Should be about 8 yards there, and it is indeed 8 yards. 8 yards, 3rd down and 4. Should be the last play they run before the 2-minute warning.
Third and 4 at the 45-yard line. 4 down linemen on D. Ball to Lewis.
3rd down and 4. That's the first down you need. Wow, Jamal Lewis, 42 yards on 16 carries. So 1st down and 10. That's a 2-minute warning.
We'll keep it on the ground.
Tries to find some room. Too many people on the screen, and Lewis will pick up 1. Drops his average to 2.5 yards. Working it down here to 130.
2nd down and 8 to go.
Some pretty efficient games there's going to help, should help this make this, I think, maybe the shortest episode we've had this season.
Takes it outside.
Baltimore being very kind and not using timeouts on top of that, which was part of the problem we ran into in a couple of the games where, even though the game was out of reach, oh yeah, timeout. Oakland, what are you doing? Stop it.
They're down in 6 for the 1st. Here's the pitch out.
Pitch, left side. Now they'll take their timeouts.
Timeout, Ravens. They have 2 remaining.
So they have 2 timeouts remaining, should they not use any on offense. But the Titans do an excellent job of burning the clock down to 40 seconds. On the 4th and 9, they'll angle this kick out of bounds. It'll be out around the 10-yard line. Eric Allen, your game MVP, 4 tackles and a pick.
Being awarded the MVP is just icing on the cake for this.
Kind of wild that it is astonishing how often we see losing teams get the game MVP.
It's caught.
Tackled, they'll take a timeout, so 1 left. Which means if Tennessee gets the ball back, we'll be all right.
Ravens send a man in motion.
Johnson throws to the left side. It's caught, and they'll take their 3rd and final timeout. At least giving themselves an opportunity. I mean, it's going to take just about everything going right. Throws right side, finds a receiver. And he smartly gets out of bounds, but it's a poor throw.
Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense have done a nice job of mixing up the passing game.
Johnson again with a really bad throw to the flat. Not what you're looking for in these situations. It's 3rd and 16. You're losing ground. Just so bad.
Johnson looking to throw.
Off the hands, incomplete. 4th down and 16. Last gasp for the Baltimore Ravens, even though this game has been over for a while. Pass play, throws, and it's intercepted. Why not? Why not? 10 seconds to go here. Tennessee is going to pull off a victory, and I am so excited to look at these standings, especially the AFC Central, which I believe is the last one that we'll look at. So 10-0 game here, Tennessee over Baltimore. We have a bunch of 5-win teams in the Central. How's it shaking out? We'll find out here in just a moment. As we quit. Yes. Stats. No. Scores. Standings. Primetime players. All coming up right now as we wrap up week number 10. Just kidding. It's coming up right after this save. Franchise. Saving data. At least when I do it on stream, I'm like paying attention so I don't like forget. Because I save stuff and then I forget if I did it. Because I'll click it and be like, okay, and then I'll look at whatever over here. And I'm like, oh shoot, did I save? Save complete. All right. Patriots take care of the Bills 23-6. That one, I believe, led us off today. It was so long ago. Oh yeah, that's right. Because that game was actually pretty close. It was 13-3 or 13-6, and then Patriots scored 10 garbage time points. The Rams take care of the Panthers in an unsurprising result. The Rams, I believe, they're 8-1 now. Jaguars over the Bengals 19-0. That is step 1 of AFC Central chaos. Cowboys over the Falcons 17-12. The Bears beat the Packers 13-0. That is a disappointing result in my opinion. The Chiefs over the Jets 24-14. Dolphins double up the Colts 20-10. Browns blank the Steelers 27-0. Buccaneers, they fall at the hands of the Lions, who are not a very good team, 13-10. So the NFC Central could be getting a little bit tight as well. Broncos beat the Chargers 13-3. Eagles take care of the Vikings 7-0. I think with a lot of these teams losing in the NFC Central, it's going to look kind of similar, but the teams at the bottom are just going to look a little bit closer. Because the teams at the bottom are the teams like the Lions and the Bears. 49ers all over the Saints 24-3. Not surprising. The Saints are god-awful. The Cardinals fall at home 10-6 to the Giants. Seahawks over the Raiders 17-3, and the Titans beat the Ravens 10-0. Curtis Martin, 98 yards on the ground, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 TD reception, and 15 receiving yards as he is your AFC offensive primetime player. Mike Minter, a fumble recovery touchdown, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a tackle. Your AFC defensive primetime player. 3 field goals and 2 extra points for Jake Arians. He is your AFC special teams primetime player. Over on the NFC side of things, Rob Johnson, 2 touchdown passes, 199 yards, and he is your NFC offensive primetime player. Wally Rainier, 6 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a sack. And the Vikings lost by 7. Wow. NFC defensive primetime player, and then the special teams goes to John Casey. 2 field goals, 2 extra points, NFC special teams player, primetime player. All right. Checking on the standings. Looks like this. The Rams are on top. The Seahawks are number 2. Chiefs, Patriots, Raiders, Packers, Giants, Bengals, Titans, Jaguars, Dolphins. Spoilers. The NFC has the Rams on top. They are 8-1. Packers are 6-3. Giants 6-4. The those would be your league leaders, West, Central, East, in that order, which means the 49ers, Falcons, and Bucks would be in. Cowboys maybe in with a tiebreaker. I'm counting on it, just kind of listing these in the correct order, but you could see the Cowboys sneak in if the playoffs ended, or the season ended today. In the East, the Giants are on top, and we have not ever seen the Giants make the playoffs. They are, I mean, the Giants and the Eagles never even contending, but the Giants have ripped off 4 wins in a row to get to 6-4. The Cowboys 5-4. Washington's 4-5. The Eagles 3-6 with the Cardinals. In the West, the Rams have kind of started to run away with this one, and it's a little bit of a cluster in those middle couple of spots. The Rams 8-1. 49ers 5-4 with the Falcons. The Saints are 3-6, and the Panthers are 3-7. Both those teams are really bad. Really, really bad. It's going to be a 3-team race, and at this point it's already just like a 1-team race. In the NFC Central, it's getting a little bit more bunched up because you see a couple of those teams having some losing streaks. The Packers lost 1, Bucks have lost 2 in a row, including a game to the Packers, and the Vikings have lost 2 in a row. The Bears improved to 4-5, so they are in that 3rd spot with the Vikings. The Packers still lead the division at 6-3. The Buccaneers are right on their heels, and the Bears, should they continue their upward trend, could pose a threat later on this season. The Lions all the way down at 3-6. Over in the AFC, the Seahawks would be the top seed, 6-2-1. That half game, or whatever it qualifies as, gives them the benefit over the Chiefs and over the Patriots, so they would have home field advantage. Those would be your 1, I guess, with 4, and your 2. Bengals would be the 3, and then it's just a mess. It's a mess, and we'll show you why in just a moment. The Chiefs and the Raiders would both be in, but it gets wild after that. In the AFC East, you have the Patriots on top at 7-3. The Dolphins are 5-4. The Bills really needed that victory today. They have a losing record, but they have a positive point differential. They needed to pull the Patriots back to them just a little bit. They didn't have to pull much. They just needed a little bit to put themselves in a better position at 5-4. Jets are at 4-6. And the Colts at 3-6. But it also would have put the Patriots at 6-4 and felt like things were maybe a little bit more manageable as we continue on down or continue our way through the rest of the season. The AFC West has really bunched up here. The Raiders fall to 3rd with their loss today. The Seahawks gain, I guess, their grip, or gain the top spot, even though they have fewer wins than Kansas City. Seattle 6-2-1. Kansas City 7-3. Oakland 6-3. Broncos 5-4 with a one tie, and the Chargers 2-7. So this is going to be an interesting division to watch. As we go down the stretch here. And I'm curious to see kind of which teams start to separate themselves, because like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, this is right about that time where teams either start to fade or like they make that push. We'll see who makes the push and who's going to come out of this. Who is going to come out of this freaking mess? Bengals, Titans, Jags, all 5-4. The Ravens now in 4th at 5-5. The Browns aren't even that far out at 4-5, and the Steelers are at 2-7. This division is going to be wild, and we will probably see a lot of games from them. So there you go. We're halfway to completing this season. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We have a look at that. Browns. Oh, the Browns are bad. No, the Browns could make a move. We see the Baltimore Ravens again next week. I don't know. You'll have to tune in. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want more of this, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you want more, check out the front page. You got all kinds of playlists over there. 20 episodes a season, so there is a lot of content to check out if you would like it. We'll see you next week with another 4 games of action. their 4 games of action here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex and Random Rosters episode 91 next Tuesday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. But you can watch it whenever. I appreciate you hanging out, and we'll see you later. Good sports, and goodbye.